All right, we're live. Hey guys, we're just going to do some crypto research today. I did not do a lot of investing or trading over the last week. A lot of the market has just been sideways, and that's okay. As far as airdrops, I collected the Eigen airdrop and then restaked it. The token isn't available for trading at the moment, but I think I heard the expected price per token is around $10. So even though the amount of the airdrop is pretty low for most people, it can still be significant, and that is on top of all the other rewards you got for staking ETH anyway, and lower risk investments than other projects. So I'm still happy I got something, because I got that through staking my Ether through my Ethereum through EtherFi, and that included several other airdrops too. So yeah, pretty good. So this video, we're just going to do some crypto research, and I got to figure out how to bring up the chat so I can answer some of your questions. And I'm going to start off with Kujira today because someone asked me about it last week. I took 10 minutes before this video to start looking into it so we can talk about what they're doing and their struggles, and that is just from glancing at what they've been building and a couple of the ways you get involved in their ecosystem. So we will get started in just a second. I gotta figure out this streaming thing. I am not good at streaming. All right, so here we go. We got some people in here. Hello, everybody. So Monero, oh man, Monero. Yeah, a lot of struggles for Monero as centralized entities do not want people to have privacy coins. Now you can build in privacy on top of other blockchains, and Monero doesn't necessarily have to be its own thing, but I think there's more struggles than opportunities there. Still, okay, let me change the gain on this, because this microphone does not hold the gain, and I don't want to put in a lot of effort. So let's build it. Let's build up into these. There is quite a few, and I've looked into a couple of these, like Manta and Quenta, but we'll go over Kujira real quick. And I wanted to just watch a YouTube video because I'm also lazy, even though I create content. And Cryptocito, very credible, good research, goes over all the products and services that they offer. I looked up some other videos that appeared in the search results. They only focused on price, and that is not the type of content you should be looking at because it doesn't really show you like what's the value in it. So if we take a quick look at the price of Kujira, not great. You know, it really peaked early in this cycle, and there could be opportunities for it to come back up. But the biggest challenge I personally see is that it's a full DeFi product. You know, you can't really market this to anyone outside the DeFi ecosystem, because if you look at centralized exchanges, it's very limited. So I wanted to get involved in Kujira, and then for me to get the token, it's a lot of work. You know, I have to use bridges. I have to figure out what's the right bridge to use, and I'm not in the Cosmos or Osmosis ecosystem, so it is a bigger learning curve. So the onboarding process, not super simple, and I also downloaded their new Sonar wallet to give that a shot. And again, it doesn't really walk me through the process of bridging things over. It really just sets me up with like a Kujira wallet, if you can see that. And yeah, not the most straightforward process. So I think they really have to work on their user interface to really get people involved in it. And looking at their products, it is very DeFi focused, which is fine. There are a lot of very DeFi products, but I think it's just they're in competition with too many people, and just getting into their ecosystem is challenging. So I think that's the biggest struggle they're having, even though they have, you know, a legitimate product. Their token is fully diluted. Yeah, more challenges than opportunities right now, unless they really start picking up more users. So let's go into the chat. Hello, everybody. So Monero, more opportunities in other coins right now. I think that one is kind of over, especially as people try to stop all privacy blockchains, and Monero has had a target on its back. Manta, I actually listened to this really good podcast by Token Terminal with the Manta founder. Let me see. Gonna try to find that video, or it was on, yeah, here we go. This was a really good chat by the interview by the Manta Network team, Token Terminal. They have a full interview with one of the founders. He's kind of it's kind of sassy. I don't know if that's the best way to put it. I don't know how to put it, but basically it is built with several other blockchains. It uses Celestia, it uses these other ZK tools, but when you are in a field of other L2s doing very similar things, it's really hard to extract value. So Manta in the L2 sector is in 8th place as a optimistic rollup for using Optimism, using OP's stack, and you can see that there's a lot of L2 competitors. Just because maybe you think yours is better, it doesn't mean everyone else does. It doesn't mean like the best products are going to be there. So there is a lot of challenges to grow an L2 ecosystem. It really has to have something unique that brings in users. So these L2 battles are very competitive, and yeah, you're in for a lot of fighting there to try and get the attention of the actual DeFi users. And again, that is a heavy DeFi product that normies aren't using. We want to look for things that can easily grow and gain users. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. Quenta. Now, I have heard of Quenta. I'm going to look into Twitter so I make sure I find the right one. And that's a good thing about using Twitter, besides having to go through all the ads. If you follow enough crypto people, it's easier to find where the credible projects are, because you don't want to accidentally click on a scam link. So, I see that this is followed by a lot of people I know, so I can reasonably assume this is not going to be a scam link. Trade dozens of markets with up to 50x leverage and deep liquidity. All right. Oh, yeah, I do remember this. I remember looking at this a while back on Token Terminal. So I'm just going to take a quick look at coin market cap, and we can see Quenta, and they've been doing okay. They haven't seen a lot of growth price-wise. $33 million market cap, 47 fully diluted, and let's take a look at Token Terminal. Now, I use the free version, so you don't really have to pay anything. So we're here. We're going to look up Quenta. It doesn't really track every project, but we can see a dashboard of different things here, and we want to find out how much they're making. How many people are actually using this? 30-day fees, little less than $400,000. So with a 30-ish million dollar market cap, they're making about 1% a month, and they really need more traction for the token price to grow. So that is just at a glance what I think of it. That, again, many challenges. The things you want to look for are things that are easy ways for you to gain income, and those are different services built on other DeFi products. But when it comes to something that is reliant on user activity, that's where you get those challenges. So I think this is a real product. I've heard of them. They've been around, but no need for a deep dive now. I think it's just again getting into their ecosystem. So let's figure out where Quenta is. Let's see if any centralized exchanges support them. And again, yeah, heavy DeFi product, since not many centralized exchanges support them. So getting into their ecosystem might be a little challenging. Let's see what blockchain it's on. So, all right, looks like it's EVM compatible. So probably much easier than I would assume to get involved in this. I'm gonna connect my wallet, and I'm just gonna go to full screen so you don't see everything here. And we'll take a quick look at what using this looks like. just because there aren't a lot of requests. And yeah, if there are not a lot of requests, we can jump into things a little deeper. All right, so Quenta futures, this is on Optimism, one of the larger L2 blockchains. And this is their interface, this is their dashboard, futures, staking, referrals. Normally referrals are a great way for a protocol to build up users, just because there's incentives for people to promote it, incentives for people to participate. Always good. So again, there are a lot of different products that do very similar things in DeFi. So I think that's where the struggle is for them to continue growing. They have to really bring something unique. If you've seen a lot of DeFi products and across a lot of different blockchains, a lot of them are the exact same thing, so they're fighting for the same audience. All right, back to questions. Do you think GameFi season is coming? I think so. I think so. A lot of the projects that have been building for years are finally launching publicly or getting close to that point where people can get involved. I'm actually working on a GameFi video that is going to focus on 3 games. That's Pirate Nation, which I like playing, and now they're opening up the game with like referrals and people can get started. But the biggest criticism that I've seen around is no one knows what to do when they first get started, and that's been a problem since the game has launched. It really takes a while to figure out what you're doing and what's going on and what are the limitations, so they really need to build a tutorial stage for people. Otherwise, they're going to struggle in the game. Then we have Illuvium. Their incentivized private beta is happening now. I played it. It's very detailed. I think maybe a little over-engineered, where there's too many settings and too many things to remember, at least during the tutorial stages. It could be amazing. I'm not sure yet. I don't really play those types of games. I like the arena side of it, the real-time strategy card-based thing where you are forming up your team and you're organizing how they're going to execute their attack. Then they have the overworld version of that where you run around the world, you beat up animals, you collect them, and then they're on your team to fight. So I don't know what the response is from regular people that aren't in crypto. It really depends on what we see there. But there are a lot of incentives for Illuvium, so that could really bring in the mass audiences, because collect to earn, and then as a public game, people are going to want to get involved, so that could be the next Axie Infinity. And then we have Guild of Guardians. They're launching on May 15, and that is going to be a mobile MOBA game, multiplayer online battle arena. There are incentives, and that is another project by Immutable, or building on Immutable, as well as Illuvium. So there's a lot of backing, a lot of incentives, and there's going to be a lot of marketing. So I'm going to take a look at that and try playing. I would like it if someone played Illuvium for me, just because I get motion sickness running around that world, even though, my computer is like pretty good, but it's just the shakiness. I'm not a first-person player anymore. I used to be. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike back in the day and just play all day, but these days, maybe it's old age, maybe it's vision, maybe it's patience. I can't hang with those anymore. What do you think about Dusk? So let's take a quick look at Dusk, and again, for GameFi season, I think that is coming back, just because there are so many incentives, there are so many marketing promotions, there's referrals. People are going to want to promote these games, and if people actually like them, it's going to take off. So taking a quick look at Dusk, I have no idea what this is. Looking at the market cap, 132 million, fully diluted, 157 million, so mostly of the tokens are circulating. We are taking a look at markets. It's available on many exchanges. Binance is a top one. Let's see, centralized exchanges, KuCoin, BitGet, Pionex. Yeah, so some major exchanges. Let's figure out what the Dusk is, and we're just going to jump into their Twitter. Dusk Foundation, official Twitter. It's followed by other people I know. Dusk is a permissionless, ZK-friendly L1 blockchain protocol focused on compliance and privacy to tokenize RWA. So I guess its biggest selling point is privacy and RWA. No one cares about compliance. People just really want to make money, or they want private transactions. And we're going to take a look at their website, Regulated and Decentralized Finance Testnet Portal. So they're not live yet. That makes it difficult to really research. So product profitable, smart contracts. Yeah, this website is light, but it is backed by, or is it backed, or they're just links to it? So we'd have to look at their documents, and let's see. No link to their documents. So this is kind of my process of trying to find things. You know, we want to figure out what it is, where it's trading, and the credibility. There's a lot of credibility already just because it's on Binance, and they really don't list just anything. There is like at least a background check on the people there. There is some due diligence. So let's see, we are in the resources. We just want to see, like, well, at a glance, maybe a white paper, maybe who's investing in this, frequently asked questions. Is it a platform? Wow, that's a great question. Similar to Ethereum, Dusk Network is a layer 1 blockchain platform. Developers can use the privacy-oriented Dusk Network to deploy financial applications with the peace of mind that the user and transaction-related data remain private and anonymous. So that's what it is. I don't know anything regarding transaction data, regarding like how many people are using this, and there aren't really links to like a dashboard that showcases that. Let's see. Okay, maybe Explorer will help us with that. Or how much TVL, how much demand, how much they're earning in revenue. So yeah, there is a lot of information I don't have. And, you know, since this is for privacy and institutions, I think that makes it also difficult for people to really gauge, like, how valuable is this? How much demand is there? And are people actually going to use this, or they're going to build something on their own because they have enough money and they don't need to do that? Now, there are a lot of other competing products that do something similar, whether it's already built on an L2 or it's its own decentralized application. So, you know, again, a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the demand, how many people are using it, and will it continue to grow? So I think, you know, there is some risk to investing in this just because too many unknowns. What do you think about Nosana overall compared to other AI coins? I have not heard of Nosana, but I'm not really in the AI algorithm, but a lot of people are. So almost 50,000 followers, followed by a couple people that I follow. Where AI meets decentralized compute, NOS. So is this the one where you can earn for supporting their network? Let's take a look. Powering the AI revolution, join the test grid. So it looks like it's still in its test stage. This is built on Solana computing. So I think this is a lot like Render Network, but on Solana, and Render Network moved over to Solana last year. So yeah, I guess it is in that field, and there's a few competitors in this space now, including IONet, which happen to be kind of sketchy, and I think it's also trying to understand the demand for this. Obviously, short term with a lot of momentum behind AI, with a lot of people wanting to invest in compute, could have its potential. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. Nosana doing well today. All right. So that looks very positive. Let's see. They've been around for at least 6 months of building. Market cap of 381 million, fully diluted at 441. And that's, you know, that's some pretty high numbers, considering that they're still in testnet, I guess. So I think short term, it could have a lot of momentum. Long term, we don't know, because they're still in the testing stage. We got to see how much demand there is to use that network. If there isn't a lot of demand, then it could be overvalued. But if you're doing like AI plays and momentum, it really depends on what the market thinks. If people are like, oh, AI, I'm investing in this, then they're going to jump into it too, because that's just what happens. The easiest way for a project to gain value quickly is good marketing and community. So if you see a lot of very positive things about something and it continues to trend upward, that might be a trend to ride. That's something I've just noticed. I don't want to give you any financial advice because that's super irresponsible, but that's how I temporarily try to ride these waves. I just try to get some gains. I don't put in a lot of risk, and I try to ride these movements when it comes to these narratives. So, AI is a big narrative. This isn't something I'd look at long term, but short term, yes. Let's see. What's your favorite AI coin, and how do you compare AI coins? That is another good question. So AI, there isn't a lot of actual demand, at least that is being showcased on the blockchain. There is just a lot of speculative demand. A lot of people are into AI projects. I guess right now the only one that I got a semi-serious investment is Tau. So just kind of riding those waves. I think they are going to build the biggest network out there, so there's more demand to participate. There could be airdrops because there are all these other projects building within their network that don't have tokens. So I'm just making a bet on that. I don't know if AI is actually going to really make any strides on the decentralized front in the next year or two, just because every cycle has something about AI and all this hype around it, and most of it is vaporware or in their testnet stage where nothing really happens, but they pump their token price and then they slowly bleed you dry. So I would approach AI very cautiously, just because I've seen that before. If you get some gains, take out those gains, maybe play with the house money, but it's not something I would be long term in, unless it is like a small investment in my portfolio that I am willing to lose. So I would be careful with that. All right, next up, could you check Gary Network once, buddy? Sure, Gary Network. Let's go into CoinMarketCap first. We're gonna look up Gary Network. It's up today in a day where a lot of things aren't up, but it died. That's a crazy dump here in on the 5th of July. So maybe there was a token unlock there, or something bad happened this day. This was a really terrible day for tokens holders here, and the coin is at 8.6 million and the fully diluted market cap of 23 million. Now in the last year, not great. You would have absolutely been better off holding Bitcoin, and this is another situation where like Bitcoin outperforms many coins, especially on the smaller market cap side over time, just because a lot of people give up on these projects. When you have a market cap this small, at less than 10 million, especially over the last year, you have to think about, like, are people still building this? Is there any incentives to participate for people to develop? Just things like that. And we're going to go to the website because I still don't know what Gary Network is. The world's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. Oh, I remember this. I think there was a video of Nas Daily promoting this, or passively promoting this. So they did have some funds. Gary Network, Nas Daily. I'm just going to Google that real quick. So here we go. Yeah, 2 years ago, why I believe in crypto. I just bought $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. and it talks about him buying Bitcoin. Oh man, this is going crazy. This is not a good video to showcase. Let's go to YouTube. Oh yeah, here we go. Gary for Chingari, I guess. 364,000 views. Yeah, I tried using this. I saw this on Nos Daily and thought, like, okay, maybe that'll get some attention. So this was published March 28, 2022. March 28, 2022. That is right around here. And then the coin pumped from 40 cents to a maximum of 81 cents, 100% gain. And then went down, went way down. So I remember trying out this platform, and I believe it is just this video device where it's video app where it's kind of like TikTok, but most of the content, you know, isn't great just because that's where the audience isn't at. You know, people want to create good content for a large audience because they want that dopamine of people engaging with them. So I think there's too many challenges with this. There's like more apps that are building the exact same thing right now that probably have more momentum and more users, especially with SocialFi. So I don't know if this will recover. I don't want to say anything too negative, but I think there are better opportunities, even just holding Bitcoin. So let's see where it's being traded. I want to look at centralized exchanges, OKX, Kraken, KuCoin, Crypto.com. So it is available at a lot of places, but I guess it's like the demand for the token, and maybe there isn't any reason why people actually need to buy it, and people are just getting rewards for it. There isn't a lot of liquidity. They're selling it, and that's why the price continues to fall. So that's what you have to look at when you're getting involved in some projects that don't have a lot of utility. Maybe people will just keep earning the token and selling it, and that's why we see like a huge decline in price. I can't explain this huge drop. That could have been like a token unlock, and then a lot of people sold. This dropped like 98%. I don't know. It went from 80 cents to 2 cents or 1 cent. Yeah, it dropped like 99% in just a few days, or within, yeah, it dropped a lot. So I don't know. I would probably move on. You want to make sure something you're investing in, you know, the number of users is growing. There is a lot of demand, and you like using the platform. If you love using their app and you think other people love it too and they're growing, then maybe it's good. If you hate it and it's an awful experience, move on. All right, so can you go over iPor? Oh, hold on. I'm in top chat. I got to go to all chat. Oh, there's a lot more. Oh, sorry, guys. I was like, oh, man, no one's in this thing. But, yeah, I was in the wrong chat filter, so I wasn't really seeing everything. So, oh, great to see that there's a lot of people in here. And I got to learn how to do live streams more because I'm missing a lot of what's going on here. So, yeah, hey, great to see everybody. Someone's kind of spamming here. Yeah, I'm going to continue on. We're going to look at the last one, most recent one I saw, iPor Network. Now, I am invested in iPor because I like using it. I'm not connected on my wallet here. It's on my other wallet, but we can quickly take a look at it. So, iPor Network does like interest rate derivatives and swapping, but it's easier to think of them as something like Pendle. If you're familiar with Pendle Finance and how you can add liquidity and trade principal and interest, it's kind of like that. Now, it seems a little more complicated than it is, but if you kind of just look at it from just a user perspective of you wanting to earn interest, it's very easy. So you can see there are different liquidity pools. You don't really want to look at the average APR because probably not going to get that. It really depends on how much iPor tokens you stake, and that helps you get access to the higher ranges. So if we look at this USDC pool, I know the text is really small, so we're going to jump into it. The range is 13% or 11% in native APR for USDC, but you also get base rewards of 2%, so you get about 13, and then you can get powered up APR of up to 25%. Now they only offer this powered up APR if you are staking IPOR tokens. So the average APR of LPs that have delegated IPOR, that's the powered up IPOR, aka staked IPOR, you get different bonuses. So it really depends on how much you're staking too, because you can stake a little bit, but maybe it'll get you a small boost. But if you stake a lot more, you can get a higher boost. So that is the incentive for using their token. And participating in these different pools is actually really easy because you can zap in or deposit almost any type of major tokens like USDC, Tether, Ethereum, wrapped Ethereum, staked Ethereum, Frax, or wrapped Bitcoin. So, I mean, I'm invested in this. I like using it. I have a stake in my other wallet just to get these boosted APRs, and it is a great way to have exposure to the IPOR token while also earning interest on stablecoins, especially in a sideways market. Now, since I invested in IPOR, the price has dropped like 30%, as well as some of the other market stuff. So, you know, I'm not saying to invest in any of this. It is all very speculative, but you can think of IPOR as a Pendle competitor. Now, if you're not familiar with Pendle, I'm going to bring them up real quick on CoinMarketCap. They did really well in the last year, especially when it comes to swapping points and creating principal and interest and splitting that. Right now, they are at $1 billion market cap. They've had explosive growth, and that's all through just different DeFi products. You know, I don't really see CeFi users really using this. There isn't really a lot of demand for their token. Actually, it gives you a very small amount of interest, but people are speculating on the demand to use the platform, which raises up the price. So I see IPOR as another version of Pendle, but with more token utility and a little more flexibility. So maybe I'll do a dedicated video on using them, but yeah, the price has not performed well, which might make it a good reason to make a video to showcase its value. So again, that is probably also struggling just because it is a heavy DeFi product. And, you know, like if you want to get the token, you have to trade for it on a decentralized exchange. It's only supported on Gate.io. So, yeah, again, if very DeFi focused. So considering that, it does have a lot of challenges. And I think there are also some opportunities there just because they are doing something a little different that they can actually earn interest on different protocols by splitting these up and managing different pools. So I think there is an opportunity here, especially since the market cap is at $11 million. So that is just my personal thoughts, but not financial advice, as I have to disclose that because everyone is an ape, and you know I am too, but I want to understand the risks. So jumping back into the comments, did you hear about Nobiko, aka Long? No, we're gonna skip that. Especially when people are spamming something like that, not good. Anytime someone is spamming a token to mention, it's probably very bad. So just because you spam that, we're not looking at that. What do you think about GOG, Guild of Guardians, GameFi, launch mid-May? Yeah, so I don't know if this comment is old, but I did mention that as far as the GameFi narrative. I am looking forward to that. They actually requested a sponsored video. So, hey, I am going to be mentioning Guild of Guardians once they launch because I want to play it too and have an opinion about that. Ecomi. Now, Ecomi or Ecomi, I don't know how people say that. I've heard of this, and let's take a quick look. We're going to go to OL, and it's all down. It is all down for the last 2 years. $176 million market cap, fully diluted at 208 million. Available in, you know, second tier exchanges, the OKX, Gate.io, BitGet, places like that. And let's figure out what this is. We're going to go to their Twitter. Going to see they have a lot of followers. it's like okay engagement. We're gonna jump in here. Home of the OMI token, utility of the VV official digital collectible system. I do remember this now. Let's see here. We're gonna take a look at VV digital collectibles, licensed premium digital collectibles. Now, you know, I'm sure if you are in NFTs, especially when it comes to licensed content like Star Wars, there isn't really a strong secondary marketplace demand. Like, people aren't really trading these yet because most of the audience that, you know, are diehard Star Wars fans don't really use crypto and NFTs. So even though that it has that appeal, that the audience isn't on crypto yet, so you know there is that struggle. Then we have Ecomi, OMI token portal. It's a Notion page. Utilities, Master Collector Program, VMate Premium, Tengoku Senso. That doesn't really tell me a lot, but when it comes to like NFTs, marketplaces, there's always a lot of competition, and considering that this has been down only for the last 2 years, I don't like it. Yeah, this is something I would avoid just because of this trend, and you know, there is a lot of risk when it comes to NFT platforms. Anyone can start one up, and the most successful ones have excellent marketing that appeals to an audience that will use their platform. So, jumping back into the chat, there is a meme out there older than Doge. Did you know? There's a lot of memes. Doge was made because it was a meme of other meme coins. So, yes, I do remember that, and that is back in the day. Fade the cat, fade the internet. There is a lot of trends in cat coins as of recently, but again, when it comes to meme coins, very short-term investments. Ryan Cristianto, I think Manta is overvalued compared with the closest L2 competitor that has more TVL, like Gnosis, that just valued in $1 billion. I agree, but again, it's hard to predict what's going to happen. I think like once a token or blockchain launches, it's really hard to retain those users and grow those users because there's other projects launching too, so you are competing for a lot of different users. You know, there are incentives for staking and getting airdrops for new applications that are dropping, but it is a very competitive place for attention. You know, that's why everyone isn't launching on the same day, week, or month. They're spacing it out because they want, you know, some attention on their project, and it's very risky to hold those tokens too at the early stages because the price can fluctuate a lot, and they can also start bleeding out. You know, if you are going to invest in these, again, short term is always good. Long term is something you're looking for, maybe that has good tokenomics, that is maybe fully diluted already, and that continues to grow their ecosystem by funding things. You know, that's why Ethereum has a lot of value. Even though arguably the most expensive platform out there, they still invest in their growth and creating their ecosystem of users. So let's see, skipping. Man, sorry, you're out. I gotta hide this user. It's too much spam. Joe, you're out too. No more longs on these cat things. For a lot of time, nope. Gonna skip that. Skipping a lot of things. I personally think Fusion blockchain and gaming is 5 to 10 years early. Fusion blockchain and gaming, I mean, if we're talking about GameFi and stuff, I think it is pretty early. A lot of gamers hate crypto and NFTs. This has been for the last 5 years, but I think they'll slowly move over once, you know, we hide a lot of the interface. Once it starts happening behind the scenes and it gets easier to use, they won't even notice it. And that's why I like Sui. That's what they're building. And yeah, I got a video coming out on using their wallet soon. Next year, they're launching the Sui Play 0x1. So there could be more potential rewards for gamers to get involved. Maybe they buy the device, they get airdrops, they play games and get incentivized by that, and that could really bring over those gamers. So that's what I'm potentially thinking. I'm a Counter-Strike OG. Yeah, me too. Used to go to those PC rooms, bought a day pass all day, and just play Counter-Strike. Hey Dad, I've been following you for a long time, and nope, another risky one. Hello Bangladesh. Oh man. So the problem is, once you start making crypto content, you really get a lot of spammers, and it's hard to stop them. Like there's no way to really stop them. You can hide them from the channel. They'll just make a new account, and that's why you see so many scam comments around. So that is a common problem. All right, so anyone filmed or promoted by Nas Daily will go down soon. You remember CZ, Sam, Roger, and many more celebrities. Yeah, he forgot to take that one down. He forgot he promoted Chingari. But Nas Daily, he is a content creator business, so that they pay him a lot. So if he promotes anything, it's because they paid him a lot of money to do that, and that's just what it really happens behind the scenes. He'll say partner, collab, it's sponsored, and it's understandable. He has a huge audience. You can monetize that audience. You want to spam chat rate will give your bigger reach in the algo. Oh, okay, I did not know that. I did not know spamming the chat helps with the algorithm. Well, it's too late for that. I already hit the spammers. Could you check Moon by Free Moon Meme? I'm gonna pass. Yeah, right now I already got Safe Moon vibes by just saying Moon and Free Moon Meme. So that's risky. Good luck though. Yo, what's up? What's your thoughts on Dog? Oh, yeah, that's a meme. Very likely a meme coin. Let's take a look. Let's see how many dogs are gonna appear in CoinMarketCap if I type in Dog. There's a lot. So it looks like if we go to the first one, rank 245, because it sorts by rank. But if we see all results, there's a lot of dogs out here, or dog-related coins. Let's see, Dog Go to the Moon. This looks very risky, just by the name. And if we look at all, it's down only, and it's only been around for like 3 weeks with a market cap of 253 million. And it's not, let's see where it's trading. It is traded on, looks like a Solana-based meme coin. With meme coins, they die out very quickly. People want to buy and take their gains and get out. Once it starts dropping, like any kind of pump, they're gonna exit. Anyone who's been there for a while. So approach anything like that short term. Cetus Protocol Dex on Sui. Thoughts? I think it's a good Dex. Yeah, there are a few competitors. Cetus is all the Dexes are slightly different. I think they have a token. Let's see, Cetus. Yeah, Cetus Protocol, 26 million. Some of the Dexes have been pumping as of recently. Not necessarily Cetus, but what was it? Turbos, which I have, which is awesome. I'm glad to see them getting attention. They have this new launch with their concentrated liquidity market maker, and I think that's why we have that run up. But you asked about Cetus, so we're going to take a look at this. I have just a small exposure to a little bit of everything in the Sui blockchain, just because I think a lot of it is undervalued and their ecosystem is growing. So we're going to take a look here, and this is where you start off. You can trade. It accesses Deepbook, so that is the deep liquidity provider of all of the Sui blockchain. You can earn in pools. So this is just a little DeFi tutorial, but I really don't know what to say about it. I know you're asking about it, but there are limited farms. It is still a growing ecosystem, so it's something I'm watching and have a small investment in. Is Neon EVM a pump and dump? That is a great question. I had a position with Neon, and then I sold it once it started going downhill, just because I have my limits. I don't think it's available yet. So let's take a look. I think I sold in this range once it started going down, and I bought around here once the hype for parallel EVMs based on Solana was really gaining traction. It's kind of been down only since January. I don't know if it's actually available yet, if people can actually use it, if they're building anything. I don't know if it's a pump and dump, but maybe it was overhyped and people are selling and getting out, or maybe the ecosystem went live and it doesn't have any users, so that's why people are selling. So taking a look at the ecosystem, nope, there's nothing there. So understandably it is still in its early stages, and it's kind of crazy that you can trade a token this early that doesn't have anything yet. So I'd be a little apprehensive. Or is this the ecosystem? All right, so there's stuff here. Relax. Let's cool down. Maybe we made an assumption a little too early, so let's take a look at this. Sobol is a decentralized exchange that utilizes balancer. Blah blah blah. All right. Let me go to the website. I haven't used Neon EVM. I just heard that they use parallel transactions with Solana. Let's see what it looks like. We connect our wallet, or maybe not. So new to Neon, Sobol is a DeFi app on Neon EVM. Set up an Ethereum wallet to get started. Okay, so there is activity there, but with its current market cap at, wait, what happened here? All right, CoinMarketCap is dying because people keep refreshing to see sad prices. Yeah, I don't know if it's a pump and dump. I don't think so. It looks like they have an ecosystem. It just maybe there isn't enough demand for it yet. And again, so many crypto projects out there, so many different things available. Attention really moves around, and when we have a long sideways bearish market, people like to sell out of their other smaller tokens, hold stables, maybe earn yield, maybe just hold stable coins, earn yield on that. And that's probably what's happening here. And you kind of see that in all of the markets as they have been going down in the last week. The last 30 days for many projects has not been positive. Except for Cash Network. They're killing it. That's probably one of the top AI related projects out there. I haven't really done enough research on it. Once it's at a high market cap like that, I want to figure out, can it double and will it? So that requires a lot of research that I won't be doing. Maybe I'll look up some other YouTube videos on it. Just be careful about YouTube videos that only focus on price, because those are the worst ones. So here we are in the top losers in the last 30 days. And I'm in there. I have some BitTensor, big loser there. Had some Pendle, lost there, and Sui. So not the best month for my personal portfolio, but that's why I minimize my risk, that I have some stable coins that are earning interest, and I try to keep things diversified. All right, back to questions. Hey man, love your videos. Hey, thanks for supporting. Great to see positive comments. Really boosts my ego. All right, what about Soulmaker? It's not spam. It's a real bot that actually trades for you. Wait, how do I make this go away? All right, it's been a lot around. People made money. Soulmaker, trading bots. Yeah, trading bots are real. There's a lot of tools that do that. It depends on the situation. Yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah, there are real trading bots out there. None of them will guarantee profit, though. So, yeah, be careful. What do you think about Sui? Love it. Still in their ecosystem. I think, even though the Sui token is at $1 billion market cap, a lot of their ecosystem projects are well under $100 million. As you see TVL continue to grow, that is total value locked, that there could be more opportunities in their DeFi ecosystem than in the actual token. So that, along with all the incentives that Sui is providing for those decentralized applications to onboard users, you can actually earn a lot of interest even just holding stable coins on Sui. So I think there are still a lot of opportunities. This unlock and slight dip in the market. It could shake things up, but long term, for what they're building, they are attracting a much different audience than the typical DeFi degen. So that's why I like what they're doing. If you have tokens in a liquidity pool, Hasui/Sui and Turbos, and it is out of range, how do you get it back in range? Do you remove all the liquidity, and can you renew or add tokens? That is a good question. That is a DeFi question. Once you're out of range, you have to remove liquidity, you have to re-input it, and then you set your range again. I think they have this thing with concentrated liquidity that will manage that for you. I actually haven't looked into it yet, but it might be something to consider. Hello, bro. Can someone send you fake crypto to your Coinbase wallet? Yes, absolutely. So if you own any cryptocurrency, your wallet is going to get spam tokens. Let's say you hold Ethereum. Everything is public on the blockchain. All your addresses are there, and people are going to copy that list of addresses, send you spam and scam tokens. So I wouldn't touch it. Just be careful. What are your favorite meme coins on Sui and why? I guess it would be Fud the Pug, just because of his relationship with Turbos, and Turbos has been doing well lately. I don't think Fud is doing that well, but I think more memes will eventually make their way to Sui as people look for a smooth user experience, especially if they onboard new users that just don't know what they're doing and like animals. So we'll see about that in the future. I think X banking is undervalued compared to other tokens of the same market cap. Maybe. Let's take a look at coin market cap. And we're going to X banking, down 10% today. Oh man, this launched today? Come on, man, get out of here. Get out of here, bro. Just trying to promote your coin. Launched it on Solana. Yeah, only available on DEXs. Get out of here. No one buy this token. This guy messed up. He went to this community trying to shill. Don't buy this one, guys. Watch out for him. Are you worried about Sui's emission schedule? As we went over earlier, I think there's more value in the ecosystem. The token, don't know yet. We'll have to see over the next year. But after a year from now, I think there's going to be more stability. How's Wormhole Airdrop number 2? I didn't use it. I didn't get accepted, or I didn't check. I forgot what it was, but I didn't want to connect my wallet because I have too many different wallets, and I forgot which one I used to bridge transactions, and I didn't think it was worth the risk to get involved. Zen Crypto getting ready to launch on Solana. I'm gonna skip that. Can you look at Flux? Now, I was mining Flux a few years ago. I don't know what happened to them. Let's take a look. All right. Yeah, I think I was mining in this range, and then I stopped, which was great, and then it came back. So anytime you have these proof of work blockchains, there is some value there because the work is showed as a token, but there isn't a lot of demand to actually use their network because everything else is being built where there are users. That's why people build on L2s. It's very easy to move your funds between different blockchains when it's EVM compatible. Once you have your own blockchain, things get more complicated, and there isn't a lot of incentives for users to jump onto it. So I think anytime it comes to mining, especially these smaller projects like Flux, if there's no demand to use their network, even though it is secured by mining, you're just not going to have the same demand as an L2 that is just proof of stake that people can easily get involved with. Because anytime there is friction for a user to jump into something, you're not going to see new users. And I think that's the problem Flux has been having, or any of these smaller blockchains. But, it can do well. I don't know. That is just my take on other blockchains, especially if it's not easy to get into their DeFi ecosystems. Now, I'm just making that assumption. I didn't even open the website. I just know it is a proof of work blockchain. Build on Web 3.0. Okay. Total nodes, total RAM, total SSD. Okay, I don't know if they're doing something like Filecoin, then maybe that's a little different and has potential. Taking a look. Oh, Flux Cloud. All right, so this is some other stuff. I was completely wrong. I should probably open this up. So if I could run like nodes off this thing, that would be pretty neat because nodes are expensive. All right, I might have to take a more serious look at Flux, just because, yeah, they're doing a lot more than I expected, and yeah. Otherwise, yeah, this video can't be dedicated to Flux because there's a lot of other things people want me to look at. I might take a serious look because if they are actually going to be using their services to be a competitor to Google Cloud and AWS, anytime you do that, there's a lot of potential there, especially since the price is like 90% cheaper. So, yeah, might look into that a little more. There's a guy asking me out for his car. Yeah, gonna pass on that. What do you think? Sweet in went over that internet computer. I like what they're doing. I think it was funny that the founder of Internet Computer called other coins vaporware, and then he got absolutely roasted. That is just something you have to be careful of. You know, Internet Computer has some legitimacy, of course. I think it's just struggling. There aren't any stable coins there. once the market starts dipping, it's really hard to get out. Yeah, there's I think going to be some potential in the future as they launch more decentralized applications. The only thing I like there is Windows. Let me try to bring that up. But if they make more fun applications and you know, can actually grow their audience, then there's potential there. So this is Windows 98. This is a website. I just went to this website. You can find it too, windows98.com. And this is a meme coin on ICP. I am holding this one, and I thought it was just kind of fun. You know, it is very interactive. You know, it gives you that nostalgia feeling, and this is clearly just for old people that remember Windows 98. And you can run different ICP applications on top of it. I think this is the most interesting thing that's happening on ICP, just because, you know, you can have meme coin advertising built onto here as pop-ups. Congratulations, much wow. You just won an annoying ad. Put on your face paint and buy clown. And then it's a link to buy it on ICP swap. So the user interface is pretty interesting for the things you can actually build on ICP. I think they just need a better user interface for most of their applications, and there could be some potential there in the future. Right now, not a lot of attention on it, so that's just what I think. Hello Dan, what's your strategy on Airdrop? Still worth creating multiple accounts? So there's a lot of farmers when it comes to airdrop farming, and there's a lot more people getting smarter about that. I wouldn't try to farm airdrops on multiple accounts, maybe 2 at most, but you know, there's more sophisticated methods like IP address tracking, pattern tracking, and if you're caught doing that, you're ineligible for the airdrop. Now, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so you are taking a risk. I think it's very difficult to get into creating multiple accounts and farming it seriously. If you're just a casual user, I'd say just be more organic about it, where you can dedicate more time and be a part of their community, and you might do better that way rather than missing the airdrop completely and wasting your time if you try farming it. What do you think about BAT? Yes. All right. Hi, Dan. What do you think about BAT? That's basic attention token for the Brave browser. I have that. I'm disappointed in it. I think its price performance is low because it's a utility token. People sell it immediately. Absolutely. That explains it perfectly. So Brave is a browser, and its pop-up blocker is fantastic. It's really good. But, you know, it rewards people in the BAT token. there just isn't enough demand on the advertising side to buy and sell it. So that's why the token just drops. So it's very similar to how GameFi works, where they just keep printing this token. It rewards users, but people just sell that token instead of buying it. So there isn't really any incentive to hold it or to buy it unless you're an advertiser and need to buy it that way. So that's the problem with basic attention token, BAT. And yeah, you gotta really look at the tokenomics to try and predict how people are going to interact with that token. If it's something they're going to sell immediately, maybe just short it if possible. Yeah. What sweet protocols are you airdrop hunting? Currently, Elixir, so that's several different airdrops at once. That's also with Bluefin and the EXL Elixir token. That's where I'm holding my stables. It's great because I'm glad I did that over a month ago, and I limited my losses for most of the month just because I wanted to farm that, and I thought it was a good way to de-risk. I'm also in Sweeland, and I think I'm staking USDC and borrowing SWE. So when you do it that way, if the price of SWE drops, repaying that loan of SWE is much cheaper. And I kind of thought that might happen just because people might be shorting it due to the token unlock, and then the price might drop a little. I might just repay that loan soon because I don't know how long this continue. Like if the market starts to pump, SWE and everything else is going to go up. Obviously, I'm going to repay that loan immediately because while it's at a discount, I think I got in when SWE was like $1.40, so I got like 40% off my loan, and yeah, I'm farming that and gaining SWEland points. ICE Open Network. So yeah, let's take a look at ICE Open Network. I'm probably going to end this stream soon just because it's been over an hour. No one's going to watch this video as a replay if it's way too long. So we'll take a look at one more, and I'll try to answer the other questions without looking at any information. It said Ion Network? I don't know. Let's see, maybe the first one. Scroll over the website. Ion, I don't know if this is it. Ion, oh, ICE Open Network. Let's see. ICE Open Network, rank 719, $33 million market cap, fully diluted 106 million. Not awful for the last year, but you know, again, this is the situation where holding Bitcoin would have been better. Let's see, the website ice.io, pretty good name. The future of digital connectivity, trusted by 9 million users around the world. Is this SocialFi? Oh, it's a wallet? Oh no, out. I'm out. This is just a wallet and you have a token for it. I'm out. This is not going to make any money. There's going to be no demand for this token if it's just a wallet, just because it's too easy to make wallets for free. There's too many good wallets that are available for free that aren't doing any marketing, and yeah, you are solely reliant on the wallet to make money. So I'm not interested in that unless I'm wrong, but that website was all about the wallet, so that might be the main focal point there, and that's probably why the token price has kind of been struggling. Well, actually the last month's not bad, but not something I would be interested long term. It exists on BNB chain, Solana, and Arbitrum, so it is cross chain. Maybe I have to learn more. Maybe someone has to sell me on this, but I'm not personally right now not sold. All right, this has been over an hour. We're gonna start closing things up. Have I looked at Pepe? I know I missed it. I know that did way better than people thought. Billy, glad to have you here. Always glad to see Billy in the comments because he shows up and watches the content. He is a long-time subscriber, so appreciate the support. Soulmaker is a token now, came out yesterday. Come on, man. You should do a deep dive on Caspa. Actually, there's a lot of good deep dives by Tactical Investing on Caspa. I do watch his videos, and I also own some Caspa miners through Fraction Mining. But for myself, like, I never use those blockchains. And for me to find value in something, like if I'm seriously invested, I have to use it. I have to figure out, like, is this something people are actually going to use long term? Is this ecosystem going to grow? Are people going to reinvest into it? What's the most you have made from creating a coin? Nothing. I don't. I make coins for videos, for entertainment. So I guess whatever the YouTube ads made from it. But, one of the hardest questions to answer is, how do you give a coin value? And that's a tough question to ask. That's $1 trillion question. Let's see. What about the Elixir connection of Monad with them? Elixir is connecting with Monad? I did not know that. Monad is like the most hyped up, craziest community before even launching. So that looks great. Looks like depositing Elixir using Arbitrum chain can also qualify you for the Monad airdrop. I'm also going to run a node. What do you think? I think that's a great idea. I'm running 3 Elixir nodes myself through Braze nodes, Breizh. I follow them on Twitter. If you follow me, you'll probably find them. I'm also in several different products on Elixir, but I haven't participated on Arbitrum chain, which I will. So thanks, Boss Gino. What do you think about DGen? I think they're growing. I think they're doing a better job than a lot of other blockchains. I know they had a huge pump recently and then kind of dropped back down, but I think it still has a lot of potential as their ecosystem grows. I don't think it has that 10x in a month potential anymore because the market cap's too high, but there are a lot of applications, especially with Farcaster, that are utilizing DGen, so that is cementing its value there. But I don't think you have the same potential as it did when it started up. We're going to skip Bitcoin. Can you make a crypto in 60 seconds? It was a 16-minute video. Yeah, but the actual making of the crypto took less than 60 seconds. I got to explain stuff, man. Otherwise, people are like, what did you do? If you actually just, connect your wallet, have funds there, click a few buttons, hit go, that's it. It's really less than 60 seconds. Hi from Argentina. What do you think about Ondo? It's backed by BlackRock. I have Ondo. Ondo is a pretty decent bag in my portfolio, and it hasn't had too much pain in the last 2 months, so I'm glad I'm holding it. Have you invested in Caspa? I am holding Caspa through Fraction Mining, through some other mining NFTs, and have some Caspa in a wallet somewhere. Can you check Poth? Donate to animal shelter. Nope, pass. Anytime there's a charity token, no, full pass. There's going to be no value in that token long term. Like, oh, we do charity. I was like, well, you're not going to gain revenue, and you're very likely going to dump this token. That's just what I've seen in my personal experience. But good luck. Hey, thanks for the support. Can you check Fluence or Truflation? I have heard of that. That is something for RWAs, I believe. But yeah, we're gonna cut that there. It's been 71 minutes since this stream has started. I do appreciate everyone for showing up. If this was helpful, actually like the video or leave a comment in the regular video, and I'll do this again. And whichever comment has the most likes, we'll start the research with that video, as long as it's not a spammy or scammy project. All right, I hope this was helpful, gave some perspectives on my experience in crypto, and we are going to close that up for today. I appreciate everyone for showing up. It made this last hour pretty interesting for myself. I really don't like making videos because they take a long time, but doing these chats are pretty easy, and I'm going to do this again next week. So I do appreciate everyone showing up, and I'm just going to have this countdown because I need like 40 seconds of air. Otherwise, I think the stream just cuts off too quickly. All right. Thanks for everyone. See you later.